Hi, I'm Paris. I am 26 years old and I am from Cincinnati, Ohio. I would describe myself as a professional model, model coach, influencer, and entrepreneur. I've been modeling professionally for the last 7 years, coaching for the last 3 years. Yeah, we're hitting our 3-year anniversary. Yes, the last 3 years. And I started my business this year, so we're rocking the entrepreneurship out. My platform is I've pretty much all inclusive. It's a little bit of every piece of the industry plus my everyday regular people. I used to be a holistic doula. So I have everybody from our moms, our stay-at-home moms, our working moms to professional photographers, designers, and everybody else. It's a wide spectrum. What made me want to be in front of the camera? My cousin is a photographer, and so he used to just snap pictures of us like as a kid, like running around. And my grandma would always be like, "Oh, just pose with the camera, pose with the camera." And you could just see me like I got pictures of me like 7 years old, like with this big old like tooth smile, and just I am just having the best time of my life, and I love every bit of that. And so since then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then I stopped. And then I took prom pictures. And my cousin, the same cousin that took our pictures, was like, you need to do this, like for real. And I was like, but yes. And we just went from there. And I've been and about it ever since. My challenges have definitely been, it's a lot. Just as someone who has like social anxiety and things like that, getting out there and telling people who I am and what I do and being good at it, but not being confident enough to like show it was something that I really had to like jump over. Like you're great at this, but you're so shy. And I'm still super duper shy, but I'd be like, hey, I'm shy, but I can do this real good. So if you want to book me, you can. So I'm glad that the shyness and the social anxiety, but what helped me was getting out there, like really just going to meet other people and realizing everybody was just as shy as me and we were just all in one space. And then like weight, I've had a lot of weight influx over my modeling journey, like from start to finish. This is the smallest I've ever been, but I realized who didn't want to work with me then and who wants to work with me now. And I don't even give them the time of day now, but it was just like I was just as good then. I was just 200 plus pounds. And I was like, I was rocking that, but y'all didn't want me then. And then it was just like, as I started to lose the weight, then it was I didn't even realize you were that big comment. So then I had to like fight I felt good then. So what do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean? So I have to fight that now. And then now being small is I get like the model stereotype. What are you doing? Like, what are you taking? And I'm like, whoa, I've been working out for a year. What do you mean? What am I taking? So then I have to fight that. Like, I can't just like work and just go and do like, so it's like a constant, like no matter where you are in this stage, it's like the weight thing never like stops. Like even people who are like, people you don't expect to like, what are you doing? Like you lost the weight so fast. And I was like, I just stopped eating 12 cookies and ate 4. Like, I'm gonna be realistic about the cookies. Like, I eat them still, but like, I knew that I had to do something else or my knees were gonna keep hurting. Like, I didn't do it because I wanted to get picked more. So, a lot of people thought that, too, like, did you do it because you're a model and there's a standard? No, I'm an all inclusive brand. I don't have a standard. I know that I am industry standard, but I don't have a standard. I have bad knees, and being 200 pounds hurts my knees. Now my knees don't hurt anymore. That was a me decision, not based off of what society wanted the model to look like, because I was still coaching at 200 pounds. And if I can be a 200-pound model coach, then I'm going to do it. And if I have to be now a 130-pound model coach, then I'm going to do that too. Like the skills was always there. The knowledge was always there. But overcoming the different parts of my weight and people still always having something to say, because now it's like, can you even, now that you're skinny? And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Am I underqualified now that I don't? Nope, not never. Like, and I love that I'm just quick to be like, defend myself. The challenges of wanting to be a people pleaser in the industry. Now I'm like quick to like, no, we're not doing that anymore. Like I want it to be in everybody's circle because I loved everybody and realized that I was minimalizing myself to fit in a box. Um, I know I was gonna cry. Ooh, I'm okay. Like this is how I built my platform was being vulnerable, and I stopped being vulnerable at one point because somebody told me I was doing too much. And I realized that I was just being myself like the whole time. It was never me doing too much. So people pleasing, like let me tone it down to appease other people and what they thought that I should look like or what your everyday model shouldn't do. And you're a coach, you're a professional. I shouldn't cry. Like, what do you mean? I have models who cry at me, like models who need me. I shouldn't be the person that has to be strong all the time and but all the way tell my models like, oh, it's okay to be safe to cry here. But they've never seen me be vulnerable. I have to walk the talk. And so just getting out of that people pleasing of no, don't do, don't do, don't do. You have to be. And who told us that? Like, there's no rule book to this. I'm winging it. And I'm doing a good job. Whew. I think my proudest projects, oh my goodness. There's one I can't talk about yet, but just know when it happens, I'm super duper excited about it. Like super duper excited, but I can't tell y'all yet. But just know I'm proud of me and I'm so excited. It's gonna be great. And that's I think the top one for the year so far, but I can't tell y'all about it yet. But just know we're excited. Um, Other than that, I think meeting Angela Dean. I got the chance to meet and walk for a celebrity designer this year at Fashion at the Fountain. And immediately following, she goes and dresses Patti LaBelle. And I'm just like, I did it. I did it. I'm in her designs on runway and I have pictures of it. Like I got proof. Like I'm so excited about that. Other projects that I've worked on personally with the Model House is launching a collaborative brand with Elevated Enterprises and the Entourage Effect, which is Creatives Can. It's our pretty much like it started as Puff and Pose. It is a cannabis, I won't say themed business, but it is a cannabis educational business. We had a influencer like meet and greet where a whole bunch of influencers who also partake in 420 friendly activities, regardless of how they did it, come and shoot content and just have a very good time. They got knowledge from Yazi. It was just a really great time. I think that was kicking off the year in April, doing that for just after being subtle for so long and just like popping out with our first event being so huge, I was like, we did it. It was just so great. I can't wait to do more. I love what we've rebranded into. Oh, I'll cry. Oh my goodness. um, because I'm just happy. I'm trying to think. I got a chance to walk in New York Fashion Week again. That's always great. Being a freelance model and getting to work in any big space like that and not be an agency, it's already really tough work. So every New York Fashion Week I do, every big fashion event I do, I'm very, very just all around proud. So Fashion at the Fountain and New York Fashion Week and Puff and Pose, Creatives Can, and my secret project that I can't tell anybody about. I love that question. Brands brands need to be realistic with their casting. I think that sometimes they forget that they are selling their product to an actual person and not just a copy paste of 5, 10, 130-pound models. Everything does not look the same on everybody. And when we are being realistic and we go to cast our plus size models, we need to realize that every plus size woman is not hourglass shaped. And that goes for everybody type, no matter the weight. We need to be realistic in our casting. Go to the boutique agencies that y'all don't want to cast from and cast from them, because real people and real models exist there. They have the same amount of skill. We know that agencies scout certain ways, but now we have agencies who are like, this is what they do. They're like, if you don't want to cast freelance models because they look this way, here's an agency full of models who look like your everyday people that aren't your 5'10s and 130 pounds. That industry standard has to stop. We have to just stop picking from that pool. There are so many amazing models in all types of ranges that they could pull from that do commercial work. We need real people to sell clothes and anything to real people. That's just my take. My advice to anybody who wants to come into my career field is you cannot do this by yourself. I get a lot of wanting to do it on your own. I want to be self-taught. I want to be self this. I want to be self that. And it can drive you into a wall at a point, because you can go and do all of these things by yourself, but it will be a lot harder. Go outside and make you some friends, and not just business friends. Like, go make really genuine connections. Don't go outside and go to these events with the intent to, I'm going to use this person to get what I want, and that's what we're going to do. Genuinely go and build the connection and grow from there. It is a tough industry. People are going to tell you that advice is wrong. Very, very wrong, because it's going to make you soft. It will not make you soft. I've gotten a lot farther being nice to people than shutting people off and trying to do it by myself. I've done both. I've done both. Go get you some community. My business is community. Like, I had to learn to build community. Go build community. Modeling is a community. The industry is a community. It has no choice but to be, no matter who tells you otherwise. It can be filled with a lot of me people, but when you find your people, they are your people. I promise. Go find you some people and take off. Literally, there is a spot here in the industry for everybody. Everybody. Literally everybody. Do not come open-minded. You never know who you might meet. One of your best modeling friends might be 50. You're so confused. Like, what? Yep, that's your girl. You don't even know she's 50. Like, until she tells you. Go build you some connections and just have fun. Don't make everything work, because you will be burned out so quickly. And take a break and be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. This industry is full of picking at yourself already, so you have to be gentle with yourself, because the world is not always going to be gentle with you. And if you can't count on the world to be gentle with you, you need to be gentle with yourself. I think that's the advice that I would give. I think that's what I've learned in the last 7 years. I am coaching. My mantra is, do not chase perfection. Perfection does not exist. It is a word to stop your constant growth. Growth is very, very, it's a gray area. It's not black and white. Sometimes you got to take a break. Sometimes you got to pause. But sometimes you won't, because you're chasing perfection, and perfection tells you that there's no rest. Do not chase perfection. It does not exist. Just be you. Chase growth instead of perfection.